Shut down the light on machine. Yes, sir.
So, as the city goes on, we got all the projects that we able to. Yeah, these are some stuff that. Well, what would you like the community to make your work at that point?
Well, I mean, the interesting thing is that people are entertained in a lot of different ways. And the discussion between the neutrals and the side takers, but there's much more than that. There's neutrals and side takers and helpers and instigators, and then there's creators, and then there's followers, and then there's lurkers, and just like there's different kinds of human personality. So the interesting thing is, if you're not making content, some of those personalities are satisfied because you build relationships and you get to do those things. But it's the content that keeps us going. The hardest part of all this, though, is, I don't want people to become Second Life necessarily. And that's not a dig on Second Life. It's just that there's so much stuff in Second Life that I don't even know. It's hard to call through it all. But I think that you guys making content that shows up in the world is like somehow a key to it staying alive, and us being able to add things maybe that are more, we'll call them blessed, only because we know where the story arc should go. We don't really want to tell you because it's cool, but if you have a good chance to like it, don't ruin that surprise. So if at some point we release the open source, and you guys can get back in the cavern and ages come out that are like many writers who write ages that are not like the masters, but like people who are learning to write ages. I think that's kind of cool. Because what that means is, and this is where we always wanted to go, is that there will be people who are creators who want to do that. There will also be people who are maintainers or testers who want to join the guild of maintainers, who are the first ones to go in and go, I fell through the world here. I think I have maintainers who know on or falling forever. There are people who are cartographers who want to document those new ages and put them somewhere. There are people who want to translate things in the ages or help document things in those new ages. There are people who want to be helpers in those new ages. And all those things would be cool to have guilds that correspond to them in the real world. And we're starting to go that way. To me, it's taking the idea of the Dunny Guild and moving it to practical application if it goes open source. What new guilds would there be where people can merge their personalities into that kind of thing? That's what I love. That's what I would really love.
Yeah, I feel like that okay. Being a physicist engineering kind of guy, so what resources do you need to get those? I mean, you're talking about things like computers, like technology, but what resources do you need to accomplish?
The biggest issue we have right now is we built these tools for us, and there's proprietary stuff that we have to license. We have to pay money to and embed it in the engine that we can't release to the public necessarily. And it's not just the server engine, it's actually the tools that work in Studio Max so that you can build the engines too. And there's the problem of normal people don't necessarily always have Studio Max, but enough might have it, and we have plugins that work in there. And so all that is kind of detaching the pieces and the weirdness that we built to get it out to people so they can do it. And that just takes a technical resource ability, people who know the inside of it, which at this point is limited in our company.
Earlier, you said the thing that in fact, that one person is tied up, and you could get one person to get done.
Yeah, I think it would take, Mark, of course, probably knows the stuff in the engine as good as anybody who's not right now. He doesn't even work here, he works in the factories area. But he's working on other stuff. It would probably take him a month or deal. It's just we don't have even a little deal of people, of resources. It's just, and we don't have that path. It's like, well, we got a little money left, so hopefully we can get some jobs. But while Mark's waiting, maybe we can get this to open source. So some of it might Mark doesn't even get paid for.
Any creative way to arrange to do that would say, now that the town can volunteer.
I would think so. It's a little bit hard for the town to volunteer because you guys will be working with code you haven't necessarily seen before, although who you may have.
Not that I'm volunteering, mind you, but
Yeah.
I figure if I bring it up, all of a sudden maybe something might happen.
Right. And I think that's another guild in a weird kind of way of people who are working behind the scenes. So to answer your question, yes, I think it's possible. I
Building
think
contractors.
there's some technical issues there, like what do we send and how do we send it and who do we send it to and who's the keeper of that stuff. And but at this point, it's kind of just sitting there. So we have no problem. By the way, the other reason we don't have necessarily a lot of people doing is I don't have a problem with just giving it away as long as we keep using these things. It sounds like fun. It's just a matter of making those reservations time out. Yes.
Who decided the maintainers should be red shirts?
It's like Brian the Deck's name.
He's what we say, Rob, waiting in his fingers.
You can see him easily. That's all I can say. Okay, we're gonna run out of time.
Yeah, we're going to run out of time. We wanted to get started on getting set up for what H's do. We're going to have Derek do a little bit of talk on assignments, and before we do that, since you're still here, we wanted to show you some stuff that we did last year.